to explain how you can get up to 5 Fabled Wisps from only 1 green item salvage. That's right, we looked into this and this is actually true. Before I break down the details, I am live right now testing this out at twitch.tv/DarthMicrotransaction. You can click on the link in the pinned comment or description to find your way there. The live stream, come say hi. Let's get going with the information today. Everyone is trying to farm these because if you get 5 of these bad boys, you can go to the blacksmith and you can create any set item you want in the entire game. Now, normally you salvage a green item to get a Fabled Wisp, but did you know you can actually get 5 Fabled Wisps from just 1 green set item? That's right, you can trade a green set item for another green set item. You can also get 4 wisps, 3 wisps, 2 wisps, or just 1 wisp, and most of you probably have just gotten 1 wisp. So what am I talking about and how does this actually work? Let's break it down. So how did we discover this? If you look at the set items here and you look through, it basically says you can get Fabled Wisp. Acquire them by salvaging set items. Only set items acquired from dungeon bosses in the chest will be salvaged into a Fabled Wisp. Doesn't say anything about multiple pieces. If you look about here, it doesn't say anything about that. So how do we actually figure this out? If you go over to the Chinese website and you actually transcribe it, translate it over, what the Chinese website says is obtain multiple suit essences at one time if you have a surprise, okay? It says a surprise disassembly, obtain multiple suit essences. So this was enough for us to realize there was something else going on, because I think the suit essences in this context was describing the Fabled Wisps. And as far as we were aware, the Fabled Wisp is a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning you need 5 green items. So was the Chinese one different or not? Well, what we actually did, and I say we, but the data miner looked into it and he figured out this information for us by actually looking at the code of the game, and he sent me some information on it. Here's what I have for you. So here's what the actual code of the game says. It says he found a string where the chance for 1 is 96%. So effectively, you know, 96 out of 100 times you're salvaging a green item, you're getting 1. There's a 1% chance for 2, 3% for 1, or 1% for 3, 4 is 1%, and 5 is 1%. Meaning there's a 1% chance to get 2, 3, 4, or 5, okay? 4% chance basically to get something other than 1, and 1% chance individually for each of these. Okay, if you get more than 1, you're going to get a message in English that says bonus salvage, you received additional Fabled Wisps. So it's going to be fairly rare, but on the occasion, you are going to be directly exchanging 1 green item for 1 new green item. Common question is if you can get triple rows, and this has been proven right here that this gentleman actually did get a triple row, an exceptional piece from crafting. There's the crafting, goes, look at, there you go, there's a triple row. So if you are in fact crafting these green items, you do have a chance to get triples as well. Now, last night I went and farmed 5 wisps so that in this video this morning, I could go ahead and create a new piece of equipment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a shepherd's outfit piece of equipment for the one that I don't want to go farm the most. Now, currently how I'm doing it is I'm just going to the codex. I'm going to whatever the boosted easiest one is. For me, it's Rapids. Rapids is basically a soloable dungeon. I'm just sitting in the dungeon and I'm farming it and I'm just destroying the pieces I don't want, because what I'm trying to actually craft is the shepherd outfit. So if we look at the shepherd, we need Forgotten Tower for the rings, Tomb for the necklace, the belt we've just acquired from doing the Rapids, Temple of Memory for the shoes, and then Destruction's End. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the one that I really don't want to do the most, and since I need 2 rings, I'm probably going to end up doing Forgotten Tower, since that will have a better drop rate than all the other ones, and instead I'm going to pick one of these 3 that I don't want to do, which in this scenario, if we actually end up looking at it, the boosted ones at the moment are Rapids, right? So it's Rapids and Pit. Pit doesn't matter, so I'm going to probably end up creating, I think in this circumstance, let's just go ahead and give ourselves some new Destruction's End gloves. I don't really like Destruction's End, so we're just going to go ahead and craft ourselves a pair of gloves. Here we go. Let's pick the Shepherd Beastmaster. There we are. This is what we've decided we wanted. So now we're going to go ahead and craft this, and we're going to pray to God that we get an exceptional. So we did not get an exceptional. Let's see what the stats look like on this. 164, 172. So we're going to lose, what is that, 11 combat rating? You see that's 1, and then 9, no, 10 combat rating. We're going to lose 10 combat rating and 1 gem spot if we use these, but these are one of the gloves that I needed for the Shepherd outfit. Now I actually have the belt, and this gives me 10 less combat rating, but it does actually give me a Shepherd's combo bonus. So now we have the Shepherd's 15% more damage just like that. So it is significantly easier now to get green items, especially with the fact that you have an odd man out chance of getting additional wisps. It's pretty low. It's like pulling a legendary, character in most of the gacha games you play, but it is a free-to-play thing. I mean, farming items are completely free, and they say the only way that you can actually get these fabled wisps is by salvaging the items that are earned by playing the dungeons and getting them from the chest. So that's their way of sort of saying, I believe, that they're not really planning to sell green items in the shop and then have people disenchant them, etc. Also, you probably noticed I got my name back. So your boy is DM once again. Unfortunately, the guy who took the DM name was kind of a troll, decided to spam some terms of service violations, which made that name up for grabs one more time. GG's, we are DM once again. With this new update, it sure is making me play the game a lot more. It's really making the meta much more efficient, which is you go, you do whatever dungeon is boosted that has one of the items for the set you're farming. Like for me, I'm farming Shepherd, right? Well, the only one that has any Shepherd piece is the Belt of Rapids. So I'm just going to do Rapids a million times over and over again, get the best belt I can, take all the other pieces, crunch them into other Shepherd pieces. And when the next boosted rate comes up, I'm just going to do the next one that drops a Shepherd piece. The new actual change is making me pretty excited to play the game again, to be honest. Last update, they buffed the experience off of dungeons. In this update, they kind of buffed basically the drop rate in a way, because now we can craft what we want. And I have just been kind of sitting on my hands, not really doing anything, just waiting, because I thought that they would maybe buff drop rates or do something mild. And I didn't really want to do a whole bunch of grinding for no reason, because we want to be able to crunch those green items. But now that everything's in the game, I've been grinding a lot and playing a lot more, and that's where I'll be live right now. So I'm going to go start up the live stream. Love y'all. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you over on twitch.tv/darthmicrotransaction. Again, you can find that in the pinned comment or description. You can just click right on the link. I am there.